So I just left a yoga class, and it was interesting in yoga today. We did a lot of somatic movements, a lot of hip opening movements. And if you're not aware, somatic movement can help open up and release some feelings, that energy. So if you have energy of fear, uncertainty, it can help release some of that stuff because your body can hold on to emotions. So that was really intense for me, and it actually provoked some tears, and I was crying a little bit, and I was not the big boo-hoo ugly cry, but I realized that it released some things for me. And I was also reminded that even though our outside world on a macro level can seem crazy, and maybe we're fearful, it's unsettling, there's a lot going on, and some of you still live with the narcissist, you're in a relationship with the narcissist, you're married to the narcissist. So on a micro level, your home still is unsettling and fearful because you don't feel safe there either. You're always on your toes, you're in fight or flight as well. So when your outside world is crazy and you feel like your home is crazy, where do you go? What do you do? And I'm going to tell you, your stability, your safety is within you. So it's really important for you to start strengthening that for yourself and doing what you have to do. And that's what I was doing. I was in fight or flight. I was scared in the home that I lived in, and I didn't even realize it at the time. So, once I got out, my head was spinning. I just started moving the energy, moving it out, right? I started off with getting on a treadmill and just walking, or you can walk outside. For me, it was like January in St. Louis, so we're freezing, so I would go to a treadmill. But moving that energy really helped. And so I started learning more about energy frequency, how do I get this out of my system, and then how am I changing my mindset? Once I started to feel the spin of leaving the narcissist start to dissipate, how do I take care of myself? How do I invite the positive things in? It's a practice and a habit. And it is for people who aren't in abusive relationships as well. If you, see all the negativity going on in the world right now, it can be difficult, and you got to turn some of that off, right? But I know some of you who still live with a narcissist, you're in a relationship with a narcissist, and you're cohabitating, or you're married, or whatever that looks like, you're living in the same space. It can be really hard. So I urge you, when you can, 5 minutes, start practicing being within, concentrating on your breath, breathing, feeling into your breath. Work on how can you change your mindset when you start to feel those negative feelings, those negative thoughts. How can you switch that for yourself? How can you change your perspective? I know it's really hard. I know it's so hard. A couple of minutes, I would do it when I was in the car, because my ex-husband would start arguments with me in the morning, and I had to leave and go to a school and teach kids. So my drive on the way there, I would have to, give myself a pep talk. Take deep breaths, let it out. I had to do the best that I could. I didn't want to bring that energy into the school I was teaching at that day. I had different schools that I was traveling to. I didn't want to bring that energy in because I wanted to be the best I could for the students. And you may feel that way too. You know, you don't want this to affect the world around you as well. You want to be cognizant of that. I get it. But also, you know, how do you take care of yourself first? So I wanted to give you some thoughts of that today. We can't control what's going on out here, and you can't control the narcissist, but you can control you. And so working on that mental muscle, working on your emotional side, those are the things that you can do. And adopting some ways to take care of yourself. It's as simple as breathing, deep breathing. Because when you're breathing, you're present. You have no choice but to stay present with yourself. So I hope this helps. Just give you some insight into some of the things that I was working on when I was still in this terrible marriage, abusive marriage, and attempting to work on some of the things I could help myself to kind of move through my day while I was still so intertwined. So anyway, I hope some of that helps, and I want you to know that I am praying for you, for peace, for healing. Please comment, share this with anybody who needs to hear it. Excuse me, if you'd like to subscribe. And I'm here for you.